Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast, the Anyone But Me Syndrome. And I'm naming that syndrome because, and what is it? What is the Anyone But Me Syndrome? It's when a man or a woman for that matter, any person thinks that someone else can get something because of their physicality or money or whatever they got more so than themselves. That's it. Now, since normally on this channel, I'm talking about man gets woman and then overall self-development, we got to address that. Because you get some guys who feel like, oh, well, I can't get a woman because I'm not a certain height, or I can't get a woman because I'm not a certain body build, or I can't get a woman because I don't have that money, or I can't get a woman because I'm not that race. Seriously, you see all of that, and I see that with a lot of places, and I've seen that way before social media. People thinking like when I was younger. I remember you got some guys thinking, well, these women don't like me. I'm not a light-skinned brother. But then I've met some light-skinned brothers in the black community who said, oh, I can't get a woman. I ain't a big chocolate brother. Or I ain't muscular. Or I ain't fine. My hair ain't that way. I remember I was at this expo. There were a lot of white gentlemen there, right? And I had a guy look at my book and say, well, we're going to have trouble as a black man. You want to get more women. And I just looked at him. I said, okay, hold up, though. See, that anyone but me thing is a sign of low self-esteem. Look, and I kind of hit on this about a couple days ago about a deeper aspect of the body game. You got to be comfortable with yourself. You have to worry. See, if you sitting up here worried about what somebody else is doing or thinking somebody else is going to beat you or they're going to win because they got this, that, and the third, well, you're losing. And you're not losing because they beat you out. You're losing because you're beating yourself out. Shit, you hurting yourself. You hurting yourself. Because look, let's just be real on something. There are going to be, if you're talking about man gets woman, there's going to be some women who are going to reject you for all the things you think they're going to reject you for. I mean, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. You might not be that height, or you might not have that certain facial features, that body build. You might not look like you had that money. They might not like your drip. Yeah, that's going to happen. But then you're going to get some more women who like you. I'm using myself for an example. And I saw this on a thread on, I think it was Lipstick Alley. Lipstick Alley, those women there, they go in on dudes. There was a thread, and there was a couple women on there. They were talking about me. They were like, ooh, talking some stuff, right? But then on the same exact thread, there were a few other women like, nah, he fine, right? So I just laughed about it because I said, okay, I know not to mess with that one crew if I were to see him in real life, but then I know to mess with that other crew. Look, fellas, there's billions of women in the world. If we're talking about man gets woman, there's billions of women in the world. Somebody gonna like your ass. That's why I talk about a tribe. That's why you focus on it. Like me, I'm gonna tell you what. Let me give us another. I talked about this before. I was real cool with this one woman, right? Real cool. Me and her, we were cool, right? But she didn't like big dudes, right? She didn't like big dudes, but she actually looked me in the eye and say, "Hey, if you lost 20 pounds, I give you some." And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds. I'm gonna throw your ankles back behind your head." She's like, "Okay, I welcome it." I ain't bothered losing the weight. I just messed with somebody else. Me and her would stay cool because I said, okay, I had to try to get with her. Because I was like, shit. And I was like, nah, I looked like I had some disease or something if I lost that much weight at the time. So I was like, I didn't worry about it. I wasn't mad at her or anything. In fact, when I saw she got with the dude, he was like ultra thin, but that's what she liked. That's cool. Now that same dude, right? He might have seen me somewhere and might have been interested in some woman and a woman all over me. It's like, oh, she don't like slim dudes. Okay, she don't, but somebody else did. You know? See, here's the thing. Worry about what you get. Worry about your tribe. Who's feeling you? First of all, have an abundance mindset. It was like, dude, don't worry about it. I don't care how fine you think that woman, if she get with somebody else, that's what she like. All right. Because I'm going to tell you something I've learned over the years. When if a woman wasn't interested in me, and I see it years later or some other situation, every single time, there have been no exceptions. And I'm talking about going back decades. There's been no exceptions. I would always see something about that woman that I was like, damn, I dodged a bullet. Sometimes it's something major, like they really hit that wall hard, like brutal. They hit the wall. They jumped into the wall. You be like, dude, shit. Or I find out something about their personality, I find out something about their personality that's like, you know what? She would have been a problem long term. Seriously, it's always something. It could be major, it could be tiny. And I'll be like, damn, boom. So then I start saying, and I learned this years ago, I said, don't worry about it. Focus on the ones who like you, right? You know, focus on who like me. Now, I mentioned this in another one. I said the women who like me, like men built my way. So I said, okay. They be liking my complexion. They like my eyes. So I focus on that, you know. Now, somebody else don't have those things, you know, because I've seen too many men. You got men out here talking about getting plastic surgery and shit. I'm like, that ain't going to help your ass. Because then you're going to find out the hard way. Because, in fact, I've seen that. I've seen some stories about that. I think I've seen one story where a guy said he was able to get with a woman who had rejected him at first. But that's one out of what? I don't see a big load of those stories. You know. Now, of course, you always want to self-improve and everything. But you doing that not just necessarily for the women. The women is like the commercial to that. You want to do it just so you can get in, go through life. Now, that you want to do. You know, you want to have like some sovereignty in your life. So you want to improve yourself just to move through the world better. And then, even then, there's still going to be some women who like you. Pay attention to that. Learn that. Figure out your tribe. And I've done that so many times. A tribe is simply the type of women who like you. You can look at their physicality. Like myself, if a woman got a butt dunk on, I got her. Seriously, if she got a nice round ass, she likes Rom. It hasn't failed. It's gone across races. It's gone from women who are size 2 to size 20. If they got a round ass on them, they like me. You know? Y'all should see my baby mama. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Get out of that anyone but me. Right? Don't worry about these other guys. Because here's another thing too. You might at least see some guy and think, oh yeah, he tall, he handsome. No homo. He's muscular. He look like he got money. He got all this drip. I'm gonna tell you something. You talk to that man, you find out he looking at you like, damn, yeah, he got all this stuff. Seriously, you can't go through life jealous of another man. Focus on your own game. Don't worry about this. Like if you're looking at somebody's house, you can get a perspective at best, but ultimately it's about developing your own game. Developing your own way through life. Even for what I say, I've always told people, for everything I say, go out and try it out. See what works for you, what don't. You know? Seriously, go out and find what works for you. I'm just giving you a perspective. You got to go out and develop yourself, all right? So anyway, get out of that syndrome. If you got that syndrome, get out of it. Take day to day, get out of it. Feel good about yourself. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Peace and blessings.